Hello guys, this is Jawad Ahmad here from Peshawar, Pakistan. I'm living in Providence, Rhode Island in the United States, and I'm studying business and digital marketing from CSI. Today we'll be cooking Mutton Karahi, which is a very famous and popular dish from Pakistan, Peshawar. So let's do it. So Karahi is actually a dish made with mutton or lamb cooked in oil on very low flame so that it's tender with tomatoes and a little bit of garlic and a little bit of seasoning, not so many spices in it. So Karahi is actually from Peshawar, Pakistan. If you go towards the northwest areas of Pakistan, you'll see a lot of this dish made very good. So I'll try to make it very good today, but it should be very close to it. So because I belong to Peshawar, Pakistan, so I know the way they make it. So let's go. Let's start with the ingredients. I have mutton here. I had it mixed. Like I have chops, I have shank a little bit, and the shoulder, so that it gives a taste of tenderness, because this meat is used for karahi. Then I have like 7 medium tomatoes, and then we need oil. I'm using avocado oil. You can use any of olive oil or any, you can use the vegetable cooking oil or any of the canola oil or anything. And we need the green chilies. So you can see over here, you can use jalapenos too. Like if not, then you can use these green chilies. They are so spicy, so just be careful. Okay, and then ginger at the end we use for the seasoning and for the taste. So let's start with the meat first. So first of all, we'll put some oil into the pan. Okay, before I forget, I tell you something about the pans. So these are the pans that are used for karahi especially. You can see this big spoon over here, and these two karahis. So once we put the meat into it, we just cover it like this and let it tender, let it cook on the low flame. So let's start with the oil. So let's put the flame on, and we will start with the oil. So I put like you say for the meat, if the meat is like 2 pounds, this meat is 2 pounds. So for the 2 pounds I have 7 tomatoes, and I'm using like 2 cups of oil. Once the oil is hot, like make sure you don't burn it, because it's gonna bring you a little kind of crazy taste. So just leave it on like medium fire so that it gets warm. It has that taste, and then we can put the meat into it. Because the oil is heated now, let's put the meat into it. Just be very careful. You can put the little like the soft pieces on the side, and you can put the chops and the meat with the bones in the middle, so that it cooks even. It goes right here, this goes right here. So you can see I'm just trying to be very careful because the oil is very hot. You can slow it down. Okay, so once you put the meat into it, make sure the heat is very low. The flame is very low. Like not very low, but like not very high either. So that you have a well-tendered meat. You know what I'm saying? So this way you can have a nice Peshawari karahi. In Peshawar they have it with the green tea at the end. They make a chutney, which I will be making over here today. You will see that too. So at the end we will make some Peshawari green tea and chutney with good kind of naan with it. Trust me, you will love the naan. If you have it with the naan, you will love it. You can eat it with the rice too, like you can put it on the rice, but this is how it is. So I put all the meat evenly into this karahi, and now we will just cover it so that it gets cooked evenly. So do not touch it. I'm doing it because I'm kind of used to it. Do not touch it. Trust me. You don't want to touch this wall like this hot pan. So once it is on the low flame, I will let it cook and I will cover it with the other little karahi. So you see the small one, it goes on top and the other one goes inside, and then you leave it on low flame and let it cook. Boom. So while this cooks, we will cut some tomatoes. So cutting the tomatoes, you do not have to chop it in very little pieces. Rather, you can just cut it in half and just make some big, like good big pieces, like this. You can just cut it, you know, like this, and then you can just leave it like this. Why? Because you do not want a creamy paste into it, like very thin paste into it. So if you make it that way, it's still gonna be like, it's up to you. If you want to make it very thin, you can cut it, or you can even put the tomato paste, but it's not gonna bring you the real taste as it's supposed to be. So might as well do it this way. Cut big tomatoes. A lot of people like more tomatoes. You can add more tomatoes. It does not matter at all. You can add less tomatoes if you want it dry. So it's all up to you. In the dishes we make in Pakistan, we put a lot of spices, like crazy spices in there. But this is the dish that is not made with the spices. This is the one that's made with the tenderness and with the taste of tomatoes. So let's see how it goes. So now, since after half an hour, let's see how the meat is doing. We will take it out with this and see how it is. You can see the meat is very tender, it's very soft and very nice. You can just try to mix it up with the oil. So you see, we did not put no water, no nothing into it. It leaves every time you put mutton or lamb into the oil, it leaves its own water and it cooks into it with the steam and everything. So you don't need extra water into it. So you can see the meat is now well tendered. We will add like 2 teaspoons of the salt, because we're gonna add tomatoes later. So for now, this is good. So if we need some more salt later, we can add some more after. So we have mixed the meat very well now. Most of the time, if you are only doing the chops, it's a side tip. If you are only doing the chops like this, so you can do it the same way till now we did, and you can just sprinkle salt onto it and make sure it's cooked, and you can just have it with your meal, with your white rice or cumin rice or anything. So while the meat is getting tender, we will make the chutney on the side, the one I was talking about in the very beginning. So this specific kind of, like it's a kind of paste made with cilantros, the chilies, the green chilies, and yogurt. It goes with every kind of dish. You can, you can take it with the rice, you can eat it with biryani, you can eat it with karahi, you can eat it with any kind of dish. But today we are doing the karahi, so let's make chutney for karahi. Okay, before I start, this is how it is made. I can put it in the grinder too, but if you want the real taste from Peshawar, Pakistan, you'll have to use this thing. Let's mix it in this wooden kind of thing, whatever you call it in English. So let's do it. So the reason I'm using the dry cilantros over here it brings you more taste in this kind of in this recipe with the chilies. You can also add mint if you want for the taste, like 2 or 3 leaves. So I'm using cilantro. I'm putting a couple of the chilies. Be very careful with these thin chilies because they are very spicy. So if you don't like spicy, you can add just like a quarter of it, like 1/4 part of it, and you can add salt as per your requirement. So let's start. So now I added yogurt into it. You can see how it's coming right here. So we will mix it very well so that there is no, like it's very creamy, you know, like. And I can add salt as per request. So I'm adding just half of the teaspoon. I can smell the way like the meat is getting tender and getting cooked, so I can smell that, you know, soft smell, you know how it is. So let's see how it is now. Look at this, guys, like it's very tender. It has its own oil and the gravy stuff. Like the meat, as you can see, it's very tender, very nicely cooked. See this? You can see all the chops, they are well tender and well cooked right here. You see this? They're very soft, they're very nice. So now we will add tomatoes. But before we add tomatoes, we will take this meat out into the same pan we were covering it with. So let's do this. And then we're gonna add tomatoes, and then we will add the meat on top of it. There we go. So let's add tomatoes. Add some chilies. If you want to cut them into it, I will cut them a little bit. So that it brings your taste. So if you can add jalapeno, add chilies, you can do it whatever you want to. Like these chilies can be found easily in any Pakistani or any Indian store. So now we will have this tomato. We will just like try to mix it a little bit so that it's all even. Now bring it to the middle, and now we will add the meat we took out. We will add it back onto it, right here. So let's get it cooked and leave it for another, I would say 40-45 minutes, so that it takes the tomatoes and gets cooked well. Welcome back, guys. So now let's see how the meat is doing again. So take this off. Wow, you can see all the tomatoes are well tendered and the meat is well cooked. Let's just mix it up so that the salt and everything is all even on every side. Wow, look at this. I wish you could smell it right now. It smells so good. It's only meat, tomatoes, oil, and chilies. That's it. No spices, no extra ingredients or anything. It's so easy, so simple, but the taste it brings, it's very delicious. Trust me, it is. So with this, we're gonna make some naan with it. So let's put this on the side so that it is cooked more, and we will cook some good naan over here. So this is a pan, a flat pan. So these are the naans we're gonna make. They are available in any Pakistani or Indian store easily. They are called Peshawari naan, garlic naan. Like the garlic naans are the ones that have garlic on it. This is just a plain naan. So I'll just warm it up over here. Make sure this pan is hot enough so that we can put this on, and this, let's cook this. So we will cook it on both sides. Let's see how it goes. So back in Pakistan, in Peshawar, where I belong from, we go down there, there's a lot of entertainment, there's a lot of food to enjoy, there's a lot of there are a lot of places to go to. You can enjoy very good in Peshawar. You can also like we have historical places. We have like places from 1857, 1800s, or maybe more than that old. We have streets older, more than 800 years. We have markets older, you know, like 200-300 years. There's a lot of stuff to explore. There's a lot to explore down there. Make sure you visit it. So you can see our karahi is almost ready. I can't wait to have it, to eat it. So our naans are almost done. Let's do this last one. So I have my friend with me, and we will enjoy a nice Peshawari karahi tonight, a mutton karahi tonight. So this is how we represent the naan. Like this is the traditional style. This cloth is called dastarkhan, which means the cloth to eat on, and this is a handmade, you can see the thing for keeping the breads. So here it is, Peshawari naans. So guys, as you can see, our karahi is almost like 98% ready. Let's just give it the final touch with the gingers I chopped earlier. Let's just put it on it. It brings a nice fresh taste to karahi. And here it is. So guys, our karahi is ready. We're gonna have a nice mutton karahi. You can see right here. Here we go. Boom! So guys, let's have a quick review on the recipe again. We had 2 pounds of mutton chops and regular meat mixed. Then we had 1 cup of oil. You can use olive oil, avocado oil, or the regular vegetable oil. You can put the oil on the fire, make sure it's hot, then you put the meat into it. When the meat is half tendered, you can add salt and let it tender again. So after it's tender and well cooked, you can add tomatoes into it, cover it again with chilies and everything into it, let it stay and let tomatoes get melted and makes a nice gravy into it. Once it's cooked, you can see the nice and fresh gravy. So this was Peshawari Karahi, and for more recipes from Peshawar, make sure you leave your comments below once you try it. Let me know how you like it, and let me know what else you want me to make for you. Thank you.